Hi, welcome to TalkToCanadians.com, and my name is Luke. I'm back again. Don't hate me just because I'm seeing you guys too many times. Okay, I'm trying to help you guys, right? So I'm here studying with Pankaj, and he's from Scotia Bank. So he will explain, pretty much, banking 101 as a newcomer, as an international student. So I'm really happy to have him on the show. And then thank you.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And thank you for listening to what I've got to say.
Okay. So basically, I want to ask him the questions from international student perspective and newcomers perspective. So Pankaj, please tell us about yourself and then what you do at Scotia Bank. Just briefly to our viewers.
Mm-hmm. Thank you once again. My name is Pankaj Mehra, and as just introduced, I work for Scotia Bank. I'm the director responsible for India, South Asia, and the Philippines. Look after the Middle East as well within our multicultural banking department. But it's not just these countries that we are looking after. We are looking at all the countries and all the immigrants coming from around the world to Canada. I have a colleague of mine, unfortunately she couldn't be here today. She looks after China. We have another director that looks after Latin America, and between us we look after all the different countries. In particular for international students, we have created, let me backtrack a little bit, we have created a special program called the Start Right program for newcomers to Canada. That includes all immigrants coming to Canada, but also international students in particular. Now, in some countries, we have the ability of helping international students open up their accounts before they come to Canada. In India and China, we are able to offer that facility through our own branches or affiliations that we've created. So in China, we have Bank of Xi'an and Everbright Bank of China. Mm-hmm. We are working with them closely to have students open their accounts before they come out over here. In India, Scotia Bank is the only Canadian bank with branches in India. We've been there since 1984. So there's a lot of students that come from India, our own branches over there, and we recently set up an alliance with a local Indian bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank. Students can go to any one of those branches and they can open their account over there before they come out over here. The benefit of opening your account before you land in Canada is that you can actually wire transfer funds and apply for a credit card before you land in Canada. So when you come in over here, you can walk into one of our branches and you'll have your account and your money waiting for you, so you don't have to carry money in your pocket. Or bring drafts or traveler's checks, which sometimes can take as much as 3 or 4 weeks to be encashed before they go into your account. And it's not just us, all Canadian banks will take up to 3 or 4 weeks to encash a check. So it is definitely advisable, if you are able, and safer, to have your money waiting for you. The other challenge we find, particularly because most of the students are leaving home for the first time, they haven't handled their finances by themselves. Yeah. They've relied on their father or their mother or their parents or somebody to take care of their finances. Even if they have to send the money before they come here, they don't know how to go about doing that. What is a wire transfer? What is a draft? What is a traveler's check? There are simple things like that which they don't understand. Along with that is the complication of banking terminology being different in Canada as compared to their own home country. They may not be used to certain terms. I'll give you an example. In India, what is known as a fixed deposit is known as a GIC, or a guaranteed investment certificate over here. What we call a current account over there in India is known as a power checking or some such account or checking account over here. Particularly for students from China, where people tend not to use the credit card very much. It's more a cash-based society. They have no concept of what a credit card is, or they have, I wouldn't say they have no concept, they are not used to the concept of a credit card, and they don't know what creating and maintaining good credit history means. In Canada, in North America, unless you have good credit history, you cannot get a whole bunch of services available to you. Now, what we also do is we assist students when they go to our branch. It's not just about opening the account and giving you a credit card and so on. It's providing you advice. That is what Scotia Bank really excels in. That is what our branch people excel in. They hold your hand and they guide you through the whole process of settling down over here. what are some of the things that you need to do to acquire a credit card, what are things that you must keep in mind to build a credit history, and what are the key things that you need to do to maintain a good credit history, pay your balances back in time, don't carry your balances forward, things like that. We have also become the exclusive sponsor of Languages Canada, so we partner with Languages Canada. So about 300 or 400 of their partners across Canada, all the language schools, we actually have put the schools in touch with some of our branches closest to their area of operation. Our staff goes over there to the Language Canada schools and holds financial literacy sessions for the students, explaining some of the things. Sorry?
For free.
Yeah,
for free.
Yeah,
oh my God!
So we are helping students. We are just what I was saying. Helping them understand financial services, building a credit history, so on. All of those things we are doing with Languages Canada. We have recently partnered with the High Commission, Canadian High Commission in India. So all students coming to Canada under the Student Partners Program, coming to study here in community colleges, for instance, instead of providing financial documents to apply for a study permit in India, they will now be required to, not required, they are being given a second option. They can open a guaranteed investment certificate of $10,000 with us, get a confirmation from Scotia Bank, and then that will be used to apply for a study permit. They're already doing that in China, and Scotia Bank is part of that program as well. So I hope that sort of gives you a sense of some of the things we are doing, especially for international students.
Wow. Well, I was asking this question, and then he covered everything. Wow. You know what, so far, and I think, he was breaking down and what we have to know as an international student once you come to Canada, even before you go to Canada, and there's something that you can set up, right? For instance, like wire transferring money to Canadian Bank, Scotia Bank. So this question is this. As a person who's been here only a year, right? So my experience here in Canada is very limited, right? But based on a year of experience, I've noticed that some people, some immigrants, they became successful. They're so happy about their lives, and they're complimenting, Canada being such a great country to live in. On the other hand, some people, they're really complaining about their lives. Oh, Canada, there is a war, I can't make it. So hard. I used to be this, but now, I have to do this, do that. Would you please share your experience? And now, you're working for Scotia Bank and you got promoted. Now, you're here, right? So can you give some kind of tips and pointers to our potential viewers thinking about Canada can be next destination, some kind of inspirational word from your experience?
And that's a great question. I think all immigrants coming into this country face the initial challenge of settling down. One of the things I recommend to people all the time is to prepare themselves mentally. The attitude, I think, is the most important, single factor. If you have the right attitude, you can succeed at whatever you do. If you are always going to look at a glass half empty, then you're going to be down. If you're looking at a glass half full, then you will always see the benefit and the positive in what you need to do. Most people that come in over here, the second thing I recommend to newcomers is when you come in over here, most people that come in may have excellent technical skills. They may be very good at whatever profession that they've worked in, the studies that they've done, so on and so forth. Most times what happens is the soft skills are different. And I'm not saying that your soft skills are wrong or that you don't have the right soft skills. All I'm saying is what is acceptable completely in a society or in the workplace or in the college campus in India or China or Mexico or wherever may be different from what is acceptable in Canada. So learn to accept and learn to adapt and learn to change to become part of the society over here, part of the work group, part of your study group, whatever it is, whatever level you're at, do that. Try and absorb, try and become one with the thing instead of... And the beauty about Canada is we are a multicultural society. We recognize it's a tapestry. It's a patchwork of all the different cultures and communities and religions and whatever. We our Constitution allows us the freedom to exist as we are instead of becoming one in a melting pot. And that is the beauty. So while we become one with the society as a whole, community as a whole, we still retain our independent identity. So learn, and that's the beauty. Bring the richness of your culture and your society from back home, your home country, to Canada and absorb, and you can then offer and you can absorb and make yourself and the community a better place. That would be my recommendation.
That was amazing comment, and I really appreciate your time and your really amazing pointers that newcomers and international students can learn from. So I really appreciate, and then have a really great day. Thank you for your opportunity.
Thank you very much.
My opportunity.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah. Thank you for watching TalkToCanadians.com, and see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.